What you guys, got another video here for you. In this one we're going to be answering some of your questions and also giving you some information about the Windows 10 update, October version 1809, and we're also going to be answering who's to blame for Windows 10 1809 bug and who's responsible for the loss of data, and we're going to be covering that in this video, and also covering about trolling and in the comments section here on this video. I want to cover quite a bit in this video and answer some of your questions. So first off, what was the Windows 10 update in October version 1809? What was it, and why did I make a video saying that don't update to Windows 10 October 2018 version 09? Well, the reason why I did that was because there was an article from Microsoft that released this, and there was also other articles saying that people lost data. Now that's a serious issue. Now I've noticed on a lot of other YouTube channels that some people have said that it wasn't a big issue and it's probably all fake and some people didn't lose their data, it's just some people creating a fuss. Well, it turns out that it was an issue, and there was an issue with it because Microsoft paused that update and that rollout, and later clarified after investigating that there was an issue with data loss. And you can get that information on John Cable's blog. If you go to John Cable's blog, it will now give you the information about this update, and it will give you the truth of what happened. So how do we know John Cable's telling the truth? Well, this is on Microsoft's blog, and John Cable is the Director of Program Management, Windows Servicing and Delivery. So I think he knows a little bit about what actually happened because he's involved in it. So don't listen to other people on YouTube that give you a load of old spiel and try to tell you that it wasn't an issue when it was. Okay, so you've got the link in the video description. You can read it at your own leisure. I'll go through here, and it basically tells you that while reports of actual data loss are few, which that means it was true, and then it says 1/100th of 1% of a version 1809 of installs actually suffered data loss, which is serious. Okay, so they are admitting it. How much and how many people is that? Well, you can look at how many people use Microsoft Windows 10 and you can do the math and stuff. I'm not great at that. I think someone's already done that, and I think it works out or tallies up to be over 4 million people. Now that's quite a lot of people. 4 million on the grand scale of things might not be a lot, but 4 million is still a lot of people to lose data. Now, who's responsible? Is it the person's fault? Now, I've mentioned already that on another channel, someone actually said it's the user's fault for not backing up their data. That's nonsense. You can't blame the user for not backing up their data. Microsoft roll out an update, and that update goes into Windows Insider. They find any bugs, and of course they roll the update out. Now, what happens when that update is forced upon you, which Microsoft's new way of updates, you can't pause, you can't do this. On the own version, it just comes straight down and it rolled out to people without any knowledge. And if you've lost all your data, then you can't say to someone, well, because they didn't back up their data, they're to blame. That's bad coding or bad something on that update that's caused that. And by, everyone in 2018 should be backing up their data. Let's not get that twisted. So everyone should be backing up data. And if they're not, then they need to start doing it. But what happens to the people that are backing up data? They're backing up and they've got a schedule where they back up once a week, and this rollout come out a day before their backup. They will have lost data on that drive for a week's worth of data, and that could be important data. So loss of data is always going to be serious, and to be honest, I think it's going to be like splitting hairs, really. I blame Microsoft for releasing it, and they wouldn't have paused it if there was an issue. So in my personal opinion, you've got to remember they stopped that. They paused that update as well. So this number could have been a much bigger number than what it was. If they'd have let that roll out to everyone, this could have been a serious problem, more serious than what they're saying here. So to blame the user is harsh, in my opinion. And there is other channels that are actually blaming users, which I don't agree with. So again, if you want to know why it deleted, because if this video here caused such a stir, which I made, and people were sort of saying that I'm spreading crap information, and it's not true because they installed it on 17 machines. That's what I had, and I never had any issues. Well, good on you. But there is a lot of people that have actually had issues with it, and it caused them data loss. So coming back to here, how did it happen? It's called KFR, which is Known Folder Redirection, and this is basically an issue where if you was a standard machine here, you would have it as your users, username and documents, but power users or people that like to move all the libraries to another drive, you can see here, if you've moved it here to the D drive, in some cases it could end up losing data, and it's really risky. So that's what would have happened, and they explain it in a really in-depth way here. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but basically it is true. So anyone that says it was a load of nonsense and it's a load of lies, the proof's in the pudding. It's right here. You can read the article yourself, and it tells you that basically it did happen, and they have now rolled it back out to the Windows Insider program, and of course once it's ready to be released, they will start to release it. So it should be down pretty shortly. Now obviously the sites, big sites out there that are actually releasing this information are saying they're already starting to roll this update out now. They've actually resolved and fixed the issue. So who's to blame for everything? So let's just put it into perspective here. Microsoft is the developer of Windows 10 and feature updates, so they have to take some responsibility when they release buggy software. But also there's third-party vendors that don't update their software, and they also don't update their drivers, so that could cause bugs to Windows 10. We can't hold Microsoft responsible for those. We got hardware companies that are not being Windows friendly. We also have users who use old hardware that don't want to update to new hardware, and that's not supposed to be compatible with Windows 10. They still use it, and there's an issue there. And also we've got users for not using the golden rule when using a computer, which is backup, backup, backup. So we can't obviously blame Microsoft for everything, but there is reasons there which you have to take into account as well. So let me give you my opinion on what I think here on some things. Now, everyone should be backing up their data in 2018, okay? It's never been easier, and you have to take some responsibility for not backing up your data. It's that simple. So another thing about updates, I think, which is changed a lot, is the controlling of Windows updates. Sometimes you have to have certain versions. You get more control with the more better quality of Windows operating system you have. So if you've got Windows Home, you're going to have no control at all. Windows Pro, you get a little bit more control, and so on and so on. So let's take a look at the updates when they're forced on people without a choice to delay or stop the update. So, and then it goes ahead and deletes all your data. Then obviously this is a Microsoft fault, and yes, you should have backups of your data, but when it's forced on you and the update is not 100% safe, then obviously Microsoft is at fault, in my personal opinion. So what if you have backups when you do backups once a week, and this happens on the day before your backup, and then you lose a week's worth of data? It's still loss of data, and that's not your fault because you have got a backup program in place. So stopping users from controlling their updates is an issue, because sometimes you could be working on your computer and all of a sudden the computer just shuts down and starts to install updates. I've had that issue before, and which is not acceptable. So they need to give you some sort of control back, and the Windows need to, or Microsoft need to, stop using us as guinea pigs as a test bed for their operating system and give us a bit more control, because obviously it seems like every release has got massive amounts of bugs and it's just never getting better. So that's my opinion for number 2 for updates. Now remember, if you're not having an issue with 1809, when you leave a comment doesn't necessarily mean that other users aren't having an issue. And because someone says you know, that's not an issue, then don't take their word for gospel. Get it from the horse's mouth, which is Microsoft and people that are related to Microsoft. They know more than likes of me and everyone else who create content out there. Okay, I always give the information as much as I can with links and information from the source, and that's where it comes from. So this is a snipe at people that want to spread because they think they know. Don't think, go to the person that actually knows, which is Microsoft themselves. Okay, and I always post that information here. I won't tell you something that I don't know anything about. If I know anything about it, I'll be posting it and a link for proof. Okay, anyway, so does this mean that you should update to Windows 1809? That was another issue that I got here, and because people were having no issues with it, they were saying that's wrong to say that I'm telling people not to update to 1809. Microsoft themselves were telling people not to do it. It says here, if you have manually downloaded Windows 10 October 2018 update installation media, please do not install it and wait until the media is available. They're going to wait until the next area. Wait till the update is available to you when they fixed it. So they're telling you not to do it. So if I tell you not to do it, it's because they're telling you not to do it. It's not because someone in the comments section says, well, I've installed it on 15 PCs and it works fine. There's a reason for that, because maybe you didn't have that setup, the setup that they've explained here, what caused the problem. So if you've had this setup and it caused you a problem, then you would see, if you had this setup here, then you would have run into issues. Okay? So don't update until they release the latest version. It's as simple as that. And another question I got was should I roll back? Well, you should only roll back if you're having issues, program issues, other issues, programs with any other updates. It doesn't matter whether it's related to the data loss. If your PC is running smoothly, then you don't need to roll back. But if you're having issues with updates or programs, then you need to roll back. Okay, it's as simple as that. Only roll back. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a simple solution. Another question I got was, should you update straight away when Microsoft release updates? And the answer to that is no. Give it a time, give it a week. You don't have to update straight away unless it's forced upon you. Then give it time, okay? Because if something goes wrong like it has in this one, then you're going to be a victim to that. Okay, so just hold back, let everyone else install it, and then you look around and see if there's any major issues with it. And if there's no issues with it, then roll it out yourself and go ahead and do it. Now obviously if you're forced on you, then obviously you're going to have to install it unless you stop the updates manually yourself. But basically that's what I would advise people to do. Don't be so quick to install updates straight away until you fully understand whether it's safe or not to install, and back up your data before you do any stuff, and make sure you've got a regular backup program. It's as simple as that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to get this one out there, guys. I know it's a bit of a ramble, it's a bit of a rant and ramble video, but I wanted to clarify what I've been seeing and what I've heard on the internet. So yes, the update is being released, and it will be released shortly. It's gone over to the Windows Insider program. I will leave all links for the information in the video description, and you can read that at your own leisure. And don't take my word for it. Take this guy's word for it, because he knows what he's talking about, because he works for the company, John Cable. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just remember, guys, I'm here to help. I'm here to try and spread good, useful information, not to spread lies and just to get views. I'm not into that. And also, I've been doing this a long time. I know what I'm talking about, and try to keep the hate to a minimum. I don't care if you thumb down a video, but try and keep the hate and the trolling to a minimum, because you will be blocked and you will be banned. I'm not going to tolerate it. I don't care if you watch someone else's channel and he says something else, but keep your trolls or your nasty opinions to yourself. Okay, it's as simple as that, and people know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Rant over. Bye for now. Now if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the big red subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button next to that to be notified when we upload new videos.